Hello everyone, welcome back to Hypixel Skyblock, and in today's video we're going to be looking at the Weaponsmith, which just came out in a brand new update, and today we are featuring a complete guide of the new Weaponsmith update, and just how you can take advantage of it and make some money, do everything like that. So there are actually a couple major changes. The first one is just to him completely. If you go in here, he is not changed that much, but you may notice this staircase did not used to exist at all. There's also this new NPC called Rosetta, which gives you starter gear, which is really useful. I'm going to be explaining that in the next bit. And there's a lot of new stuff with Jax, and he does arrows and everything with bows. So there is actually a new section called Target Practice, which is going to be important. If we talk to Jax, you'll see, as you can see, he only does business with people that contributed to the Weaponsmith City project, and you need to contribute a little bit to get early access. And as you can see, he has an entire target practice area where you stand on this area, and you need to complete this 3 times. Target practice 1 through 3. If you stand on here, then you'll shoot all of these lamps, and then that will give you access to Jax to buy some exclusive arrows. So Jax's arrows have lots of unique effects, but thankfully we do know what all of the arrows do now. So there is a reinforced iron arrow, and that costs iron ingots or just some coins. There's a gold tipped arrow, redstone tipped arrow, emerald tipped arrow. There's bouncy arrows. Those cause arrows to bounce to another target. There's icy arrows, which applies slowness to its targets. There's an armor shed arrow, which ignores the defense, like I said before. There's the explosive arrow, which explodes on impact. There's the glue arrow, which prevents victims from walking. There's the Nansorb arrow, which replaces the damage reduction from the piercing enchant to skewer hits through piercing, dealing 7.5% damage to the previous one up to 5 victims. And as you can see, some of these can actually be pretty useful. So those are the new arrows that you are able to get from Jax, which to be seen which one of them will be the best and which one will still be the best for you to use. If it does actually end up being a meaningful increase in damage or anything like that, I will have a video completely dedicated to which ones you should use for every situation. Now let's talk about Rosetta. She is an NPC that you can find over by the Weaponsmith, and she has all of the best early game armor. So starting out with stuff like iron armor, which you can now buy directly from her for very cheap, moving on to Rosetta's armor, which is basically just some diamond armor with slightly better perks. Then it lets you split into mage or just great combat armor. So as you can see, this is for magic. This just gives you a bunch of mana, and you can also get a wand, which will deal damage. Same with the Starlight set, just a wand and some useful armor as well. Then there is the Squire Armor. That doesn't really do much, just grants you some health and defense and gives you a good sword that's decent for early game. Same with the Mercenary Armor. This one actually has death tax. You earn 5 coins and heal 20 each kill, only against level 10 plus mobs, which actually sounds pretty useful, not just for early game players. If you just want to have a little bit of extra stuff, than you would just with Scavenger or the Raider's Axe. So I'm not actually sure whether this might actually be good for some money-making methods. If I find one that's like pretty overpowered, I will let you know. But as you just see, if I buy this entire set of armor, see if I go over to the Crypt Ghouls, find something that's more than 10 coins, more than level 10, yeah, you'll see I'm gaining a bunch of coins as well. And I mean, since it doesn't really subtract my damage with these things, it does actually give you just free 5 coins for every mob you kill. So to be seen whether that's actually useful, but certainly for early game players, that now just provides a much clearer progression of the game, and it's just really helpful for just, they're not great, but they're easy to get, they're pretty cheap, and make a lot of sense if you're a really early game player just starting out. And they also added a short bow to the Weaponsmith, which instantly shoots, and that doesn't deal much damage, but it does help out a lot if you are trying to complete the target practice, because just click it and it will instantly shoot, like you'll see this guy is doing right now. It just instantly shoots, and you don't need to spend the time actually having something that might be a lot more expensive and does the same thing and not having to draw and pull back your bow. Because with this, you do actually have to do it in 25 seconds, going all the way down to, I believe, 12 seconds. So it is helpful to have something that shoots instantly, even though it doesn't deal that much damage. So I hope this guide on this update was helpful to you. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.